So the Defiant playing a very close together, very durable composition, go first. But look at the flank match. So much attention being garnered by Choikyoven that the rest of the shot just goes straight through the back door and yikes. The Defiant dominated. Nevix able to find a kill on Architect there as well, but yeah, they are running extremely low. And New Edition Cruz is in trouble.
Yeah, that fight does not last.
Be poised to punish that with a good pulse bomb placing.
We'll see what he decides to do. That's going to be an EMP coming in from the Shock, and that'll be a sound barrier from Cruz, but it does not connect with anybody but himself. Yikes. I believe he's actually on the other side of the wall, and he doesn't actually get around the corner to connect with anybody.
Not
EMP all of it right away, which would be disastrous for Toronto.
The round's over.
Yeah.
The round's over from that point. Okay, short 4 isn't hit by the Blizzard. He goes through it,
but it's probably too late though.
Well, maybe not. They can bring it back
here.
Look at this. The Shock had to commit so deeply because they're diving. There's no other choice. You either commit fully or you lose. So many of them are caught in that Blizzard. Short 4, it pays off him holding onto that ability. Choikyoven, though, is able to stay alive long enough, and now the pressure's starting to be felt by the May. Still, though, cool enough for the ice not to melt, and Moth is picked off with a tiny little right click. The Shock did retake the point during this, so the longer the fight goes, Toronto aren't getting closer to winning the round. And that hack, oh no! Short 4, maybe forgot what he might be dealing with, but there's no chance to put a wall up and escape behind it, and that may have cost the Defiant dearly.
So the players they've started, than any other roster they could really put out there, right? You know, they always play Smurf on the Orisa, Choi on Sigma is really good, and then, you know, the Architect Rascal combo of McCree May is really strong for the Shock. They end up losing this first fight, though, as Toronto will take the point.
Now, would I be wrong in saying that our player of the match in the grand finals was Choikyoven?
No, getting D-Max rather quickly. That'll be the Batiste and Matrix drop from Violet here, so everybody trying to hide for Toronto.
Oh, that Coalescence did nothing. Absolutely nothing! In the San Francisco Shock, I mean, the major point of difference between these two right now is not only the Sigma, but also the fact that San Francisco have Batiste. So when that amplification matrix comes up, yeah, Kareev is doing... Oh, they're trying it now. Okay, so one side is walled off. There's only one way for the Defiant to come. Deadeye, Architect's happy just to clean off the Orisa. Fair enough, too, because Coalescence is in play. You can heal that Orisa up so fast. So make hay while the sun shines and get an early kill if you can. Dirty Architect gets in there with the flashbang, doesn't complete the kill, but is still relentlessly looking for a flanking opportunity. Great May wall from Rascal as Nevix tried to get through it, find a kill. Self-destruct goes over the top here, doesn't find anything, and Logix, he's got himself a couple of kills there, sitting in the back and allowing Nevix to sort of create a lot of the threat. Nice work by Toronto. In play. Architect takes a bunch of damage. He has to get in though. There was a wall. Moth is missing. Rascal loses his Blizzard, so nothing's going right now for the Shock, and still they persevere. Beast goes down to Violet. Amplification Matrix yielding a kill, but Kareev was able to pick Violet off behind the rest of his bulkier teammates. He gets 2. Again, it's Moira. 3 with the damage. And the Toronto Defiant get the fight that they want right after a setup with the May. Very pleased, I'm sure they'll be now to stay in the competition. Still trying to maintain some sort of presence, but that Coalescence had to be brought out to keep them alive, and Logix just finds somehow Architect's head as it strays violently across the point. And again, the McCree play this time sends the Defiant forward. A timely Coalescence from Kareev.
And look, Toronto, they control the high ground.
Something has to change. There's going to be 2 sound barriers available in this fight, and both teams use them instantly. Shorefon tries to find Violet and cut the resources of healing at the source, but the sound barrier prevents him. Logix, though, is not stopped. Double Deadeye for him. Violet now doesn't worry so much about the supercharger, more about the Moira that deployed it, but the Shock are running out of players, Matt. And the Defiant look better with this kind of setup.
Yeah, I mean, they look great as now.
Again, a bit more of an offensive take on this flex support role, but Logix is still kept alive. Kareev is balancing his duties admirably here, keeping the rest of his team alive, and Logix gets his 10th final blow for the round. So many huge Deadeye kills. That is 6 out of 10 of Logix's kills from his ultimate. That's a big deal. Choikyoven fights 2 down with that self-destruct, but eventually has to return to the point and do it the old-fashioned way. Smurf was hoping for a knock-off there as he rolls through. Adaptive shield used. Coalescence now on the point. Smurf is alive still.
What is going on?
Beast over the edge. Smurf now looking for Cruz in the backline. He's got himself the minefield. Tracer returns to Nevix's piece sooner in the San Francisco Shock. Dig everything in. Claws, toenails, heels. Rascals, whatever. Playing the safer composition. The Shock are stuck playing with their stall comp, and they're going to commit a sound barrier now to it. Choikobin unfortunately didn't benefit from that at all, so he is easily dispatched by Shore4. And the Shock now can only play with 1 or 2 players at a time that are alive. One more Icicle from Shore4 seals the deal. And the Toronto Defiant look revitalized with the entrance of Cruz, and they will take map number 1.
It's a huge map win for Toronto. Just getting off on the right.
Now with Rascal, able to do what he does best, but Architect just finds Logic's downrange. The Holt was thrown out in his direction. Rascal gets to come in from above with Nova 3 active right now. He can feel much safer about playing a bit more aggressively here, and that is what he will do. Focusing beam. I guess it also gets a damage bonus when Immortality Field is below half health.
Stand all of that without having to use a support ult of their own. San Francisco, they want to end up winning this fight. That'll be a Transcendence from Moth. Oh, Logic so lines him up with the Deadeye. 2 with the Deadeye. Flashbang, headshot on the Moth. Another kill on the Rascal as Logic gets
short work of Beast's shield, and Rascal lines up with the Holt there. Trying to get sticky bombs in. He got a lot of damage from it, and he duplicates a May. Oh no, this could be a quick blizzard, but no, he is shut down. It doesn't matter though. He finds 2 kills, and as we know, May is valued for much more than just her ultimate.
Yeah, they're fortunate he didn't get a blizzard off there. It would have been even worse, but
that would have been terrible.
Yeah, the Shock still able to take the point. Keep the cart going.
Too many Shock members close together.
Yeah, so if he would have came another step further out, he would have been dead. And well, there he goes. He gets taken out. Nice accretion. The Amp Matrix plus the follow through from Violet.
Okay, Transcendence had to be used here for the Defiant, but Kareem can't be happy with that one. 2 players failed to benefit from it. Mock uses his later on now, so Smurf barrels forward, says, well, we have no reason to sit back. Deadeye being used. Bit of zone from Logix, but he was forced out of line of sight by a Discord or... He's back now. Doesn't really seem bothered about what was behind him. And yeah, he's a little bit confused about where to be looking here. Oh, Nevix is in trouble. You can't kinetic grasp that either, and the rest of the focusing beam gets used on the May. Bit of a time buy here for agilities. He tries to back up, and Rascal playing so aggressive. He got the sticky bombs in, but I don't think he expected to take the Kree damage at the same time.
Nah, and he traded out here. Oh, an Amp Matrix in the high ground as Choi gets a kill out of Kareev. Look at this, it forces Cruz and the other members to hide as Choi just jumps down and just punches him in the head. That'll be the Shock holding on D.
Accretion and... That's right, the trailer park play. They go rounding outside. Rascal down to launch his Deadeye though. Didn't need the amplification matrix for that, but he'll be happy to use it now as Choikobin was caught off for the rest of his team. The May wall does its job, and Toronto look very, very good when it comes to those fundamentals, whether it's, May for agilities or Shore format. It always looks good. I might say more about the fact that May is... Orisa shield blows up very quickly. Nevix tries to come in over the top aggressively and forces out the Transcendence now. Accretion on Smurf. Can he get away? The answer is absolutely not, and Violet had to play aggressive around the wall to try and stall this out. Doesn't work. Toronto have 4 minutes 15 to hit this last phase of the map.
Toronto is starting to get rolling yet again now with their double shield comp.
How do the Defiant get through this little choke? The Shock managed to do it with a Transcendence. I think they've just sent them straight forward. The Defiant, maybe the old-fashioned way. Great combo for Logix, and the Deadeye has been consistent as ever. Rascal duplicates an Orisa, now back behind the shield. Logix doesn't mind though, because there's a Transcendence from Kareev in play. And what is it with the Shock? And
Sigma goes up to like 600 something HP there.
Yeah, and that shield doesn't decay all that fast either. It hangs around, but Beast, well, he didn't get the shield from that. He only had his little half dome, and that one was pretty well compromised by that point. Choikobin, this Sigma play is sickening. It's actually nauseating.
Do you buy enough time to get yourself another fight though if you're the Defiant? You'll have an Amp Matrix here to use.
Alright. Oh no, Cruz! Well,
Beast got deleted.
Yeah, that one was discounted on account of the fact that Cruz actually didn't have a boat to take on that one, so hate to see it. Rascal finds Nevix though, and yeah, I mean, those canals, they drop behind him, he could be in trouble, but in fact it was the Shock that were waiting, Matt, to spring the trap. Nevix disintegrates under that focusing beam, and Rascal's able to clear. Look, this is for free. Rascal is doing this for free. It's free health points. He's just duplicated it, and when he comes out of that, he's just going to turn back into an Echo and go and do it again.
Toronto.
Done to them in the past. On this map, it doesn't quite work, though, so now it's going to have to be the Transcendence from Kareev. Rascal is down. Supercharger has been removed and Smurf will follow. Now the Defiant, they come up with the goods here. Not a moment too soon. Giving another checkpoint to the Shock would have been just unimaginable. But now they set themselves up. You know, like, sometimes it's just worth pointing it out. I'm just saying, it's interesting. Mock goes down, Kareev. I mean, Kareev on the Zenyatta is always going to be a force to be reckoned with now in the Shock. Do they even come back and try and fight? They're getting staggered here. They can't fight with a full 6 for quite some time now. Rascal gets away, that would be ridiculous.
As long as Rascal doesn't big ultimates here to try and get this over the line, as you just need to buy time for agilities to get back.
Oh wow,
Damn
finally
Matrix.
gets Cruz so low. The amplification matrix behind a really nice Orisa barrier. They're out in the open. Now what do? You can't really contest those. Logix, you can't be losing that. He takes 2 shots and Rascal gets a double with the focusing beam. Logix is too far away. And San Francisco, they've done it. They even the series here, but Rialto had to go the distance.
That one goes down.
Looks like a trash compactor here, but one of these players really fits that description so far. Choihoven won't be getting out though. He got flashed as he tried to escape.
Yeah, and he gets the hammer from Logix as well. As this will be an early coalescence though from Violet as the Shock. Do you get 2 ticks on the point?
Yeah, they managed to catch Smurf off with a May wall, but not before he takes Nevix down. Logix is trying to make a play here because that point's got to be captured. Please! Please, Toronto, please!
They're fine, they're fine. They're
players.
They're leading at the corner. They're going to try and push up, but May walls come out. You're not able to challenge it. Oh, and you lose Kareev.
Oh gosh, I mean, that shouldn't be happening. Mora should never get caught by that. It's possible that Kareev either had to fade forward to get there or just didn't think he was in line of sight at the time, but that is more Ultimate Generation.
Very close to this final checkpoint. It'll be Violet with a coalescence, so you have all this Moira healing to keep everybody up. You can use it offensively as well as they rotate around the left side.
Okay, they kind of bait San Francisco here into the gravitic box, but it doesn't matter. Choi comes up with 2. It is hard to get those big D.Va bombs against double shield, but Choi Goben, if there's anything that he can do, it is surprise us, and that is... Oh my.
That is no bueno. That is not.
Nothing doesn't look quite like Murph. Rascal now ice block here and the Defiant. My gosh, they're getting pushed here by the Shock. The Shock really want to take the fight to them and Beast is low. Can they find him? He's going to be able to get away and get healed up. That is not what you want. And now, with that part of their plan sort of falling apart, everything comes tumbling down like a house of cards here for San Francisco.
Yeah, so I see Logix come in here, pick up a kill onto Violet. It'll be Toronto Defiant getting on the point. Difficult to see it kind of go by the wayside. All you have to do in these type of like compositions is just draw these fights out, right?
That's an excellent May wall coming out from agilities there. Rascal couldn't be healed by the coalescence, and Violet was theoretically in a great spot to heal his team, but after that, he couldn't do anything. Nicely done by Toronto. Everything going right for them so far, and you can see why agilities was initially intended to be starting in this series because he's made CO damage a little bit more. So you get tinnitus, I suppose. The Shock, though, still in position to contest this, but it's a token resistance, if anything. This looks awful from San Francisco. The Defiant are making them look bad. It's as simple as that.
I mean, nobody wants to play defense on King's Row. I get it. It's so fun to attack on this map that everybody just wants to go right back on it.
On this Sigma, for Toronto with Logix doing the damage on the McCree. Here's a sound barrier for Toronto now, and they want to fight. Immortality field now removed, and the Shock can actually start finding kills, but the Defiant back up a little bit here, and they walk into this! Choihoven gets a kill before even the Gravitic Flux is used, and the rest of them just get straight rolled, and Choi up to now. Again, the Shock just get mocked to speed boost them forward, and they force Agility's way out of position. Now that Blizzard comes in, Beast should be able to use his Fortify, but there was no way Cruz was going to escape from that one. He loses his Immortality field. Logix though finds a kill during the fight on Choihoven, no less. The Shock still have a barrier to play around, but they can have to disengage here, and Logix is, oh man, finds a shot with a Storm Arrow. Smurf can't get away either, and the switch now gives a breath of fresh air into the Toronto Defiant and some new life as they surge ahead.
It's just like the Storm Arrows can do so much burst damage.
Agility's had the Blizzard, so there's no real reason the Shock should be able to contest this properly.
Oh, a lot of people get away with the Blizzard.
They avoid the Blizzard, yeah. Choihoven does still get frozen. He's in that little side room, and Logix gets rid of Violet now. So no main tank, no main healer, I guess. You're in deep trouble now if you are San Francisco. The Defiant, I mean, makes you wonder, why not just play this composition the whole time? I think they'll change their mind about the usefulness of Hangzhou going forward, and at least they'll have a chance to play more Overwatch on this map.
Yes, the Hangzhou fight is massive.
And they bargain for.
I mean, you win first fight if you're the Shock, you're in a good spot. The ideal way to start off the fight is not with your main tank just barreling into the other team, and that's how it starts for San Francisco.
And then Architect is trying to flash a Sigma and focus him down. I guess the rest of the Defiant were under an immortality field, but I mean, nothing about that fight looked good. Smurf galloped headlong into an accretion from this position inside the Foundry just before this next checkpoint here. So San Francisco better be ready for a messy one. It's going to be a Blizzard straight away, and Smurf is frozen before he has the chance to use his Fortify. Trichover's desuited, Violet trekked, and the Defiant push up again. The Shock commit a coalescence to that fight. They are losing every fight in economy here, and out of the fight. Oh my, a hold and then a Gravitic Flux. Deadeye was still used by Architect, and he's able to find Nevix despite there being a sound barrier in play. That should do it. San Francisco now just clean up the dregs of this and probably shake their heads in disbelief because they didn't win a fight until right towards the end of the map. At 5 minutes 17, a couple times through. Who's dominating him?
One more fight win here for Toronto would be huge. It'll be a Coalescence gets walled off there by Agilities. Is Toronto just trying to outlive this?
Oh, they're taking so much damage, man. There's no coming back for this one. Okay. San Francisco solve a very troublesome equation. It's very complicated. And they realize that it's actually Troy Hoban that they want to be playing Sigma. I've heard that role from Architect. Okay, well, interesting. The Shock, they go over the choke. They don't want to try and push through that small gap. Instead, they just paratrooper down. And it works. Works beautifully. The Defiant weren't ready for that. Even though I thought I heard the McCree rolling on the high ground, maybe Toronto just thought it was only McCree and not the entirety of the shot. You really have to sort of work in from the side. It's so easy to get split off. And beast. Oh man, Architect though gets held aloft though with Gravitic Flux. It is caught by Nevix in midair. It's a 5v5 now. Amplification Matrix out from Kari, but who's going to be there to benefit from it? Not many projectiles going through that window right now. And Shurikoven creates a window and Nevix's cranium with an accretion. 1 minute 56 on the clock.
Violet will probably get a Coalescence, which could be a game winner. Could be a complete game changer.
Violet down. Logix finds the kill. After the Shock, surely you just try and get out, right? Will they be allowed to? No. Architect gets caught.
That's big. I mean, now you start to build up some more. What in the world? No!
Mod fight 3 and he's far from done. If anyone can be the architect of such destruction, it's gonna be this man.
Oh, no.
What a force
You can't lose like this, Toronto. Come on.
Oh, they will. The Defiant now lacking players. They're gonna try and come back in off the spawn, but Beast gets frozen on the card. He's gonna get chunked very low, and the Hawk's gonna keep him in place. Beast is down. He's earned his halo. He may not have a chance to come back into the fight now. Logix tries to flank around. He gets rid of Rascal, and now the Gravitic Flux comes in. Nevix is thrown down. Here's a sound barrier for 5 players on the Shock, and Nevix is removed by Violet. That's 2 now. It's all about supports here for San Francisco. And once again, Moth does the unthinkable. He's ending careers out here. Ankles being snapped left and right. And the falls are hard for the Defiant.
I can't.
What? A shocker.
I cannot get around the Toronto Defiant as there'll be a Coalescence coming in from Violet here as they're going to just burst down Nevix as you have Agilities on the point and Ice Block. He'll probably die shortly after. And this should be the Shock able to take point A.
Toronto looked okay there, Matt. They managed to split the Shock in 2 with the May wall. The Rascal's the one getting focused down, and he just hit behind an Orisa barrier now. So Logix will try and step up, and it's all done. Once again, the trend of no defense continues. And Hanamura, such. Architect needs to be a little bit careful. Here's an Amplification Matrix, but the Blizzard's going to make this punishing. Agility is frozen, but there's a Transcendence in play. Immortality fields from both teams. Cruz just saved many of his teammates by putting that down. Logix also went for it, but they've lost Beast already. The Blizzard has got to be good. Architect gets frozen after the fact, and yes! Agility saves the day with a big ultimate. And Logix and Kari help him clean up.
Low forever.
Yeah, but still no ticks for San Francisco, Matt. The reinforcements keep coming, and the Shock aren't getting clean eliminations here. It's one-for-one kind of stuff. Architect locks the legs just to try and get back into the fight quickly, but he's automatically silenced by the Deadeye. Did find a Helix rocket kill onto the Wrecking Ball. Chengdu now gets caught up here in the Gravitic Flux, and he will die as he's dropped down. He was less than half health when he was held aloft.
So not even a tick here for the San Francisco Shock as they try to make some adjustments to get back and keep that progress going with Smurf going over to Wrecking Ball, but he'll back out.
Moth in trouble here. Nothing you can do. It's elementary by that point. If you're frozen, you die. There's only a couple of shields in play that still need to be worked through first, of course. Oh man, Immortality Field got focused down nice and early. The Blizzard was good. The Shock wanted the Defiant to come to them now, but they still need a clean fight. They need a couple more unanswered kills. Kareev will definitely be one of them as Architect takes him down in midair. Choikovin drops him behind Beast, gets him low to the creases through Agilities. Oh, it was a quick ice block. A little bit more damage, and Agilities wouldn't have had the chance to do that. It's good stall, though, and so is this Immortality Field. I like what I'm seeing from Toronto right now. In a fight, they should be getting wiped out, but they're staying alive, and San Francisco's opportunity to cap has already gone by the wayside, and they're down to 45 seconds left.
Yeah, you see the downside of the Soldier 76 tactical visor. Everybody can hide. There's
Matrix. Toronto make themselves real scarce right now, and Logix is working an off angle. He wants the Shock to commit to the point so he can get a flanking Deadeye. Let's see if it works. Rascal throws up the May wall here. Cruises Immortality Field is down, and this hasn't gone the way they thought it would at all. Logix still gets two, though. That's the combo with the Gravitic Flux, and Nevix, there was enough damage on Architect, so when he hit the ground, he burst open. And Toronto come up with a winning combo just as we drew it. Logix wants to peek it immediately. I mean, this is, oh man, this could be nasty. Straight to the point they go. Already Logix setting up some of the architecture, but
I think that's
a little bit more respect would have been in order.
I think the TP to that portion of the point is very risky. Puts everybody in line of sight in real danger.
So what do you rather see?
So what we've seen teams do in the past is like they TP into that right room, then they'll go up the stairs, TP will come off burst, right? With the Hangzhou in play, you have May, the Hangzhou, the Baptiste. It can become very difficult to withstand that burst damage to get going.
Oh, the Dragon Strike! Perfect placement from Architect. Cruz got split off from the rest of his team from the beginning, so their travel speed
has a blizzard or he's close to a blizzard. They're going to pretty much sacrifice Smurf to this blizzard.
You know he had to do it to him, Matt. Rascal gets another perfect wall, and now the Defiant don't know which way they're going. Forward,
the Shock
up,
blizzard
down.
that they didn't need that.
No, I mean, I think that was a mistake to blizzard that in general. Coming in like thieves in the night, Matt. Rascal did not expect a fully charged Symmetra to be facing him down, but Agilities was caught on the wrong side of this battlefield. It's a trade though. Rascal is down, there's no maze in play, but Agilities already went for a blizzard by the looks of things. That did not pan out. Logix traded him for Smurf. I think that's a good trade for Toronto right now. And they're out of time, but the Shock need to get back onto the point here. Nevix falls down. That amplification matrix from Vital allows us the Zenyatta to do so much more damage, and that's a hasty mortality field for Beast to stay alive. He gets run over the top of, and the Shock show us some more of their defensive prowess now when it comes at just the right time. Cruz, I'm quite sure, frantically communicating to his teammates how important it is to stay alive right now, and Logix has been caught. Choikovin gets him in his web. Now has to use the kinetic grasp to prevent Nevix's damage from coming through, and of course the accretion's going to slow the Wrecking Ball down. He ain't going anywhere. Toronto just got put on ice.
It's Choikovin, man. He's just